So if you're serious about screenwriting, the right software can make or break your workflow. And we already know how hard it is sometimes to write. Well, today, we're going to be handing out awards for the best software from 2024, according to me and my community. So let's find out which one deserves your time and money. So let me just run down the format of how we're going to be awarding these today. We're going to have a category, and then we're going to have three. I originally had four, but the fourth one was more like a fill-in-the-blank type of one, so no one really filled that in, so we're just going with the three. So here's all the different categories we're going to look at today in terms of best screenwriting software from 2024. We're going to look at easiest to use, best new software, best pre-work software, best mobile product, best collaboration software, best free software, best editor, best AI tool, and finally, what is indeed the top screenwriting software for 2024, according to me and my viewers. I broke any ties that we had when I posted this up. So let's take a look at our first category. Our first category is easiest to use. We're going to be looking at our first nominee, which is Final Draft. As we look around the interface for the Final Draft, I've just pulled up a script that I've been working on. And you can sort of see you have everything easy to find in the top parts here. If we hover over an icon, it tells you what the icon does. Even at the bottom of the screen, we see that you can do sprint timers down here. You can also easily tell what type of appearance you want, whether you want a dark mode or something along those lines. It's simply a click of the button, and I can pick if I want to do daytime or night mode. Or for me, I like going back to midnight mode. Final Draft also has nice drop-down menus. We simply click on one of the menus up here, and we're able to select anything that we like. To make it easier, we can simply go to Help, and we can also look at the Final Draft user guide. The nice thing here is we can also look at the Final Draft user guides, and we can go in there and ask questions as well too. So this is one of the reasons why Final Draft was selected for one of the easiest use. Our next nominee for ease of use is Story Architect. As we look at its basic interface here, you can see again how easy it is to just click over something and it tells you what it is. It also has an AI assistant as well that'll help you with rephrasing, expanding, shortening, inserting, and stuff like that. There's not a lot of other stuff on the left side as well too to sort of worry about, so you can basically get right in and writing. Our next nominee in ease of use is Fade In. As you can see here, it's really pretty basic. There's not a lot of stuff cluttering up the editor as well. And if we have any questions about any of the icons, it's really easy to simply hover over them, and it tells us what each of these different icons is. The envelope, please. So the winner for ease of use is Fade In. Well, let's give it a round of applause for him. Good job. Our next category is Best New Software. So our next nominee for Best New Software is SoCreate. SoCreate, as you can see, has a different writing style. The other neat thing about SoCreate is this great feature called Feedback, in which you can get feedback from other people from around, from your community, from online. And the nice thing about it is you can get feedback per scene that you like, or maybe even just a piece of dialogue. So this is one of the reasons why SoCreate has come out to be one of the new nominees for Best New Software. Our next nominee for Best New Software is Scrite. And granted, it's had a free version for quite a while, but it's finally gotten to the point where it is now a paid subscription. And it's relatively cheap. Like I said, I bought it for about $45, and it has a lot of things in that. This is why Scrite is nominated for Best New Software. Studio Avidity is nominated for Best New Software. I know it's been around for a little while, but in terms of having more of a presence within the space, Studio Avidity has really come together. As you can see, again, it has a lot of different products, a lot of different modules. And if we're just looking at the screenwriting portion, again, you can see sort of writing section just in and of itself. You're seeing a lot of features for this. And remember, mobile and desktop, you can work between the two, unlike a lot of different softwares. This is the reason why it is one of the best new softwares out on the market. So can I have the envelope, please? So for 2024 new best software in a landslide, the winner is Scrite. Congratulations. Our next category is pre-work. Our next nominee is Final Draft, and the reason why they are selected for pre-work is because of basically the beat board here. So once we get to the beat board, there's a lot of different things we can do. We can add different things like pictures, or we can add notes about how we want to write the screenplay. It's really a nice sort of feature to create a new beat. It's really easy to do. Simply type in the name, put in the body. We can put a picture in the body as well too. So this is really neat and easy to brainstorm and do your pre-work in this as well too. Our next nominee for best pre-work is Scrite. And the reason why I added it to this list is capturing relationships between characters. And it does this wonderful thing where you can create sort of these maps between these characters so you can figure out what the relationships is between each of them. It's good about capturing meta information about characters. It really helps you focus on who they are and how they pertain to the story. This is the reason why Scrite was added to the nominee list.
Our next nominee is Pre-Write. And what I really like about Pre-Write is the ability to see all the things that we can see. It's very visual. I really like that. So you have a timeline, which you can click on, and you can talk about different, like the teaser here, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. The other nice thing is just going up here, you have cards. So if you have introduce a new problem for the crew to solve, you have pages, you have characters, you have some really neat characters. And again, I took and was able to add stuff from Midjourney, which is how I added each of these particular characters. You can do story stats and stuff like that. One thing I like about Pre-Write, if you're a visual writer, this is something that's very helpful because a lot of the tools are very visual. And this is why it's one of the nominees for Best Pre-Work. Here is the envelope for Best Pre-Work for 2024.
Winner is Final Draft. Congratulations, Final Draft.
Our next category is Best Mobile Product.
Our next nominee for Best Mobile Product is Final Draft. And you can see Final Draft is branded as Final Draft on the go for iPad and iPhone. It's actually fairly inexpensive at $199 a month or $999 per year. It allows you to create perfect format. It has a grid easy of use. And share and save as well too. So you can actually sync your work back to Dropbox and iCloud as well. And it also has Grammarly integration. This is one of these are some of the reasons why Final Draft was selected for Best Mobile Product for 2024. Next category for Best Mobile Software is Story Architect. Now the nice thing about Story Architect, it's free. It's for Android. Android has always been having a hard time having new programs or new softwares for people to use. It's really easy to use. It's really powerful. Again, did I mention it's free? This is one of the reasons why it's been nominated for Best Mobile Platform. Our next nominee for Best Mobile Product is Studio Vidity. Again, as we take a look at sort of what Studio Vidity does, the nice thing about Studio Vidity, everything that the desktop can do, the mobile platform can do as well too. And so this is one of the reasons why Studio Vidity is nominated for Best Mobile Product.
The envelope, please. Thank you. For Best Mobile Product from 2024 in another landslide is Studio Architect. Congratulations, guys. Great product. Our next category is Best Collaboration Software for 2024.
Writer's Duet is our next nomination for Best Collaboration Software. This is sort of like the OG in the particular space. This is where I think Final Draft got the idea for collaboration. So Final Draft is the next nominee for collaboration. As you can see, it's very robust in terms of the features it has and how people can come together to work on a script. So Create has made it really easy to get feedback on your scripts, and so this is one of the reasons why it is nominated for Best Collaboration Software.
So the envelope is in for Best Software that does collaboration in 2024. And the winner, which was sort of shocking to me, is Final Draft. Congratulations, Final Draft. Our next category is Best Free Software for 2024.
Kitsoneris is our next nominee for free software. As you can see here, there's a lot of great features that Kitsoneris offers. Again, from the people who are bringing you Story Architect, this was their first iteration of Story Architect. You have a research function and look at all the different things you can do with characters, with locations, with synopsis, and also the ability to add cards. You have script, statistics. It has a lot of stuff for being free. Our next nominee for Best Free Software is Studio Binder. As you take a look at this particular screen, you can sort of see this is what the editor looks like. It's very bare bones. As you can see, it does a great job of highlighting what each of these different characteristics means. And you have everything along the left side that sort of helps you shape your story as well too. But again, this is all free, which is why it was added to this category for Best Free Software. If you're curious what you get for free, you get a beautiful interface, stable and secure cloud sync, automatic backups, upgrades are included, comments, fountain, and final draft export. Your PDF is watermarked, but you're able to work on 2 different scripts. But this is the reason why it's one of the best free softwares out there. It was nominated for best free software.
Votes are in, and we have a winner for best free software 2024. And it is quite the surprise. I wasn't thinking this was going to happen, but Arc Studio Pro, you got the best for 2024. Everybody sort of blew away Kitsonaris, which I was really surprised at. Our next category is Best Editor for 2024.
Our next nominee is Final Draft. If we look at the editor again, we can look at the ways we can adjust the editor. Again, we can go down here and change what type of lighting we want behind the words. We can also have the ability to add a sprint timer as well too. You can do dictation. You can do focus mode, which takes everything out of your road. And then you can basically just focus on typing. So this is one of the reasons why this particular editor is up for Best Editor. Our next nominee for Best Editor is Fade In. It doesn't surprise us again. Look, it's really easy and clean. There's not a lot of other stuff to distract us. All the icons that we need are off to the side. And again, as we talked, in ease of use for that particular category, it's really easy to figure out what these are. But the main focus is the script. There's not a lot of other stuff cluttering up the script. It's really easy to use, which is why people really like this editor. So our next nominee for Best Editor is SoCreate. The nice thing I like about SoCreate is it's sort of different than our other nominees that we'll have on the list. The nice thing is it's more of drop and drag. As you can see, you can drop and drag stuff. You can add an action, add a character, and add a location. So it's more intuitive for newer writers, and that's why the reason why we just added it on to Best Editor.
Now we're coming to some of the meat of the awards. Best Editor. And then we have the envelope. So we'll see who it is. Fade In. Fade In's been sort of a juggernaut in the awards. Whenever they've been up, they've gotten the award. Congratulations, Fade In, for another award. Our next category is Best AI Software.
Our first nominee for Best AI Tool is Storywork. And Storywork allows you to take your idea, and Storywork acts as a coach in order for you to get sequences in order to make your story come together. Our next nominee for Best AI Tool is Catalyst. As you can see, it creates visual stories with consistent characters and scenes using storyboard AI. So you basically put your script in here, and it allows you to create storyboards for your script to hopefully let you see a little bit more of what is happening and helps you to keep writing that particular script. Our next nominee for Best AI Tool is Saga, where it helps you create the story, screenplay, storyboard, and pre-visualization videos, and more. And so this is very much sort of like a blend between Catalyst and Storywork.
Now for another category that I don't know if everybody really likes, Best AI Software. And for this one, it was pretty close. But at the end of the day, who wins? Storywork. So congratulations, Storywork, for being the best AI software for 2024. Our next category is Best Value of 2024.
Our next nominee for Best Value is SoCreate. I think they've done a lot to help with the community, especially with their feedback function. If we look at their pricing, we see that they are $4.99 per month, billed annually. I think that's a great value based on all the features you get. If you need to use more visuals in order to do your writing, this is a great program to use. Our next nominee for Best Value is Scryte. And the reason why I included this because of all the features that Scryte has, it comes to you at a very low price. And you see for 3 years of use, $45. That's not $45 per year, that's $45 for 3 years worth of use. Really great for what it does, and one of the reasons why it is on the list. Our next nominee for Best Value is Studio Vidity. Now again, you can see all the different things that you can get from using the screenplay function of Studio Vidity, as well as let's take a look at how much the pricing is. For the screenplay, you have not read that wrong, it's $3.70 a month. That's it. Which is why, with all the features that it gives for you, that this is on the best value list.
So you might be curious, I have right here who is the best value for 2024. And this was sort of shocking to me, but Scryte, congratulations, you won best value for 2024. Our next category is Best Innovation.
Our next nominee for Best Innovation is Story Architect, namely for its use of its mobile platform. Also, as we take a look at its desktop, besides their mobile platform, they also have done a lot with AI. As you can see here, they've done a lot with AI assistants. Again, it's an AI assistant. It is not the one writing the whole story for you, which is the reason why I like it. It also has the ability to create new characters. They have a very detailed character menu as well too, so you can look at that. So this is the reason why Story Architect was nominated for Best Innovation. Our next nominee for Best Innovation is Studio Avidity. As you can look from their different products, they've really iterated on their products since the last time I've looked at their stuff. You can see that they have screenplay, you can do pre-production, you can do movie budgeting, and then it runs you through each of the different things as well too. If we take a look at screenplay really quick, it has all these things available for your desktop as well as your mobile app as well too, and the two come together fairly well. So you can see there's a lot of different things that come together to create that Studio Avidity does and why it's on the list.
Our next nominee for Best Innovation is SoCreate. Now, the reason why SoCreate is on this particular list is because of their new feature, which allows you to get feedback from anybody in the world. The nice thing about that is you can get feedback from just on a line or on just a couple pages of your script or your whole script. The other reason I think SoCreate is so innovative, it also has a drag and drop system for you in order to create your scripts. So it's really good for first-time users. It helps people who haven't learned to write screenwriting before, and it helps them. It makes it very approachable and very easy, which is why it is on the list.
Well, for Best Innovation for this year, I was there's a lot of good software for this, but it shouldn't be surprising. Studio Avidity won for Best Innovation for 2024. Congratulations.
Our next category and final category is Best Software for 2024.
Our next nominee for Best Software of 2024 is Story Architect. As we've looked at this before, it has a wonderful editor that's really easy to use. It also has a powerful mobile product as well too, which it was nominated for as well too. So there's a lot of different things that Story Architect has brought together. It's got a great mobile platform as well as a powerful desktop program as well. Our second nominee for Best Software of 2024 is Final Draft. As we look at some of the powerful features it has, such as powerful story planning, streamlined writing tools, as well as fully customizable environment. And you still have the ability to do stuff like real-time collaboration, right? Whenever, based on the fact that you can also use a mobile device as well too. This is one of the reasons why Final Draft is up for Best Software of 2024. Our next nominee for Best Software of 2024 is Fade In. Now, the reason why this gets selected for that is all the features that you get, plus the pricing. It is really inexpensive to buy. If you compare this to Final Draft, which costs about $100 more than this, you're paying $79.95. And here's the big part. That's right. That's all. So for many folks, this makes Fade In one of the most, it's reliable. It's inexpensive and has a lot of features, so it has a lot of value. So that's why Fade In is on the list. Now here we go. For all the marbles, the best software for 2024. Who do you think it is? I'm going to look and see. Can you guess who it is? If you guessed Fade In, you're right. Congratulations, Fade In, for being the best software, according to me and my viewers, for 2024.